Can somebody propose that, please? Who you want?
Chair, I propose Secretary.
Can somebody second that, please? James, you're seconding that?
So did Malcolm or you? Do you want me to record Malcolm? Did you second?
Yes, yes.
Any other nomination?
Could I request a vote at the point, recorded vote when we get to that point, please?
A name to vote.
A name vote.
Any other nomination? No? Those in favour?
Can I just say something before you vote? I'm happy to take vice chair, but I wasn't around in 21, so for everybody who sits in the public gallery now, you don't agree with some of the things that go on in this council when a vote's cast. And for whatever reason, you think, and you've made accusations about me, not voting. Yeah, let me speak. Let me speak. I vote on the nomination. I vote what I think is best for the people of the community, not for myself. I've never sought any favour from the council or received any favour from the council. What you raise your eyebrows, not. That's a fact. So you can raise your eyebrows as much as you like, that's a fact. I'm happy to try and do a good job of being the vice chair. But there's too much sniping going on. People sit around this table, they don't get paid for it. You give it the free time, you don't get paid for it. But there's been far too much sniping going on around this table.
That's the
And at the end of the day, Ruby's is off, and we're having to pay Ruby. That's not good for everybody paying the council tax money. So it's about time there's things with how it used to be, where you actually have an agenda for things that the community have brought to and things that the council has to see to, and see to it.
All right, okay. Please. All those in favour of the motion?
Excuse me, could I just ask who Councillor Grocott was speaking to then? Because I don't feel sure.
Please.
Who are you speaking to then?
The council and the public. And I've just had a statement saying how bad this council is. I don't think
Because it is
I
bad.
think it's been hijacked a bit, and I think it's been.
You think?
Do you think that you tone that?
Please.
Sorry?
You tone that?
My tone?
Yeah, you come across as very angry,
You're
Terry,
aggressive.
and pointing.
Yes.
Please.
And vice chair.
I told that.
All right, okay, please. Oh. What's your name? Can we carry on now, please?
Carry on.
All those in favour of the motion? What's your name? You can't vote. Declare interest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. You appointed the vice chair.
Who's the new vice chair?
Sorry.
Can you just... So who was against?
Who was
Can you put...
Who was against? Just two.
Abstention?
Abstentions?
I'm abstaining. Yeah.
3.
Thank you very much. Item 7. Standing order.
we went through the document. We had a meeting last week about it. Went through the document, took notice of everybody's input and made decisions on timescales and amounts and that. And the minutes were also, but I believe that some more flaws were found. Yeah. So if you want to go through with me.
Well, if I may speak.
No, you can speak. What can I request to you, right? It's you're not going page by page, are you?
No.
Thank you very much. The reason I'm saying that because you kind enough when you say you read page by page, and then some basically full stop and you see comma or whatever. I would have told you would have done that rather than going to the page by page. Okay, carry on.
So all I would say is that I have quite an extensive list of points that are typographical errors which do not affect the content in this long version that I printed that was circulated with the minutes of the meeting. I have both the previous two versions. However, there are three significant points. I'd be more than happy to share with Councillor Corns the typographical errors. It may in fact just be a printing incompatibility with the document when I press print on my printer at home, but there are still quite a lot, and I know we corrected most of them, so unexplainable. However, the important ones are at 20B. We still have an all option. I'll keep it to 3, I promise. 20B, there should be an all option. We need to make a choice. But I'm not privy to the gross annual income or expenditure of the council, whether we exceed 25,000 or whether it exceeds 200,000. Now, one of these needs to be deleted in the document before we can sign it off. So I would ask if we have that information available.
Mal, I've tried to been through with all the paperwork for Lewis. He's got about 15 big, bags there, and I haven't come across yet. But I think that it is suggested to you was 40,000 or something.
40,000. You did mention 40,000.
Yeah. Or can we just leave it as once we got information, we can always,
Really need to put it.
Chair, when we refer to get information about the church, use that for.
I think we did have subject to that.
There is one then other point, if the matter is going to be deferred. Paragraph 18C. When we have the meeting.
What page is it? 18? 18C.
18C is page 18 to page 19. And at the meeting where we discussed this, the 18C, I believe, should be an input of legislation from the Public Contracts Regulations of 2015. I actually have the wording of that as included in various other parish councils within Staffordshire Moorland. I can read it out if you want me to, but it then knocks the letters out. But it relates to the definition, the legal definition of a public contract, and that is what 18 is talking about, and I do believe that this paragraph should be included in 18, at point C, therefore making C, D, etc., etc.
Yes.
We spend hundreds of pounds on a specialist body that advises councils how they operate and how they deal with this sort of thing. Even on the cash fund amount we were talking about, they would give advice on it, at least, and it would be legal advice. Partly. So why don't we just use that instead of wasting our time? Because we're paying them several hundred pounds a year for the information. Because that's all we mind.
Why do you think that, Sue?
Well, I would argue that I will have to read the wording because it defines what a public contract is and what the responsibilities of the council are. A public contract regulated by the Public Contracts Regulation 2015 with an estimated value in excess of £25,000 but less than the relevant thresholds in Standing Order 18F is subject to the regulations 109 to 114 of the Public Contracts Regulations 2015, which include a requirement on the council to advertise the contract opportunity on the contracts finder website, regardless of what other means it uses to advertise the opportunity, unless it proposes to use an existing list of approved suppliers. And we should have a framework agreement for that. Now, I don't believe we've got that. Therefore, the public contract element should have that legal definition at 18C.
But, Sue, far as I am aware, about 2 years or 2.5 years, basically we have sometimes pre-estimate, sometimes, we're very rare to use one person. We always insist on the estimate, scrutinize them, and we always not just go for the cheapest one. We go to people who are, capable of doing the job. We've always done that. So, as Keith said, does it matter?
Yeah, because it's legislation.
I believe this council should be beholden to the Public Contract Regulations of 2015. It's law.
It's just
Yes, public procurement rules for the public
Yes,
bodies.
that's right, absolutely, because
so it needs to be in there.
So I think you just need to make sure that the exact wording of your standing order is correct. So I would defer and include that and then bring it back to your next meeting and then you can just get it right.
That makes sense, yeah. That makes sense to refer to that.
All right, then we
Yeah,
can
just-
defer. Okay, we defer and come back again and then carry it right, rather than going into Is that your wish, excuse me, your wish to do this? So can I ask a request to you, Sue, and everybody? We're not going to spend any more time on this, are we? I'm talking about in future and others start discussing it. That's interesting. After this.
I believe the correct document needs to be brought to this table
That's right, yeah.
to be approved.
So this meeting.
How can I ask how you wish this matter, and the Vice Chair, how you wish this matter to be progressed?
No, far as I'm concerned, when you decide it finally, what goes in there, and we should be able to accept that because that's what we are doing both of it. To say, come along and say what exactly we want. I don't want you to go and change again.
Final draft.
Can you delegate someone to achieve the correct document that we should then be happy to sign if everybody's ready? Or to sign up to?
I'm a delegate, Sue's doing all the hard work now.
Well, that's exactly our change.
So we want it both
We will
ways.
accept that because
Sit and
we say,
saga
I'm
off,
not saying so,
and then wanted to do all the work. Yeah.
and you work together and come
Guys, I wouldn't raise a finger for this
when you
council.
want. And you should be able to accept it, shouldn't you?
I'm happy to take it on with Ralph. Can I also just say that there were 2 other things outstanding, and I will keep it brief, but in this document, as it stands at the moment, there's a press and media policy referred to, and a data